I'm really sorry for anyone who was like a kid in this day and was forced to eat stuff like this. Stop it. Sorry, that is just straight up vomit. That is vomit. Why did this happen?
Shake up a martini, pull up a chair, and let's go thrifting. This is Mid-Century Wasted.
Okay, very quickly, I want to talk about some other things that I have purchased that were not part of this local store pickup day. These are things that I had purchased and shipped to me from other parts of the country. Little background story on how I even discovered shopgoodwill.com. And you know, I still don't even know how I discovered it, but the first thing I bought on shopgoodwill.com was a vintage photo album. And I was looking for vintage photos because I have yet a third channel. I don't know if I've even mentioned I have a second channel, which is just like my family vlog channel. I also have a third channel called Lost Photos Found. And I believe this is the first time I'm mentioning it here on this channel. And it's because I have a total of 0 videos up on that YouTube channel. It started as Facebook and Instagram. And I've only got a few things on there too, because it's kind of taken some time to get the ball rolling on that one. Now, what the idea of it, just very briefly, is it bothered me finding family photos when I would go thrifting or on eBay or wherever. Estate sales, all the family photos, you know, for sale and an estate sale, it bothered me. And I know that it bothers a lot of people because I hear people say it all the time, like, how could the families donate this and stuff like that. So out of my own curiosity, I bought some photos at an estate sale, and there's names written on the back a lot of the times. And I'm really big into ancestry and genealogy. And so I started researching these people, and then that got me thinking, I want to do some sort of a project where I gather these photos whenever I should find them, and if they are researchable, which a lot of them are not, if there is no information on there whatsoever, it's a dead-end photo, and you have to just appreciate it for what it is. You know, look at the clothing in the photo, look at if there's a landscape or a place, you can try to piece it together, but most of the time you're never going to know where the photo was taken. So if there's nothing written on it and there's no photo studio information or anything like that, I mean, it's kind of a lost cause. But the ones that you can research, I want to research them and see if there are any living family members that I would be able to contact through social media. Now, this is kind of like a viral social media driven project, which is why it's kind of like taken me a while to get it off the ground, because I need to get a lot of content built up, and then once I need a big following of people to share these photos and share the videos so that, you know, the masses can help track people down. Like, oh, hey, I had an Uncle Earl in White Falls, Minnesota back in the turn of the century. Maybe that's him. I just totally like pulled that out of nowhere. There's probably no place called White Falls, Minnesota. I just completely made that up off the top of my head. If there is, that'd be a little strange. So anyway, that's the idea of that project. So while looking for photos, lost photos, I somehow stumbled upon shopgoodwill.com and found lots and lots and lots, not lots and lots, but actual lots for sale, lots, like bundled packages of photos. And I was like, wow, that's really cool, because they were, you know, relatively cheap. And if you're just looking on Etsy or eBay at people reselling photos, you'll get like a couple photos or maybe 10 photos for like, you know, 5, 10, 20 bucks. And these were like selling them in tonnage, you know, pounds, 6 pounds of photos. And so that appealed to me. So my first couple purchases were photo purchases, and I'm not gonna talk about them here because that's for my other channel. Eventually that channel's gonna start getting going, I promise. And I'm really excited for it too, because I love old photos. The first thing I bought, I'm looking down at my notes here, but the first thing I bought was a photo album, a photo book of vintage photos. And then the second thing I bought was a lot of vintage postcards. And I'm also saving those for the other channel. I could go over them here, but they're not mid-century. They're much older. And to me, vintage postcards, especially when they're used and they're written on in the back, they tell these stories that are kind of long and drawn out, more suitable for my other channel. So going through found photos and used postcards from the turn of the century and older and newer, whatever, that's going to be all on the other channel. The third thing I bought was this box. Of ephemera. Ephemera, essentially photos, papers, pamphlets, booklets, scrapbooks, photo albums, postcards, letters, all of that is considered ephemera. Anything that's like paper and not meant to last forever, essentially. Through the Lost Photos Found project, I've realized that I've discovered a love of ephemera, and half the time I don't know what to do with any of this stuff, but I just love gathering it. I love looking at it and reading it. It's just, I guess my grandma's right. I have an old soul. She says that about me all the time. So before we go through this box of ephemera, which I'm going to leave out the photos and any postcards or anything like that because I want to save that for the other channel, I do want to talk about one purchase first. Okay. See what that is? That is a bag of matchbooks. Now, my grandma had a matchbook collection. I don't know if she still has it. I should ask her about that. Of just bars and restaurants and stuff that they had been to in their travels and wherever. And I know some matchbooks can go for money. So I guess that's kind of what I was thinking of when I bought that bag of matches. I've kind of sorted through it and nothing's jumping out at me as being like, oh, look, this is from the Sands Hotel. No, like there's nothing that I really recognize. It's a lot of local stuff. And the reason I got that at my local Orange County location, but I don't think I realized it when I bid on it. And like an idiot, I had it shipped to me. So something that was going to be $5 ended up being over $13. So I don't see myself making profit on that. If I sold it as a lot, maybe I could sell it for $13 and get my money back. I don't know. But this is kind of like a wah-wah, like a whammy that has just sort of been sitting around here and I don't really know what to do with it. So take advice from me. Always check if you're bidding on something on Shop Goodwill where it's coming from. And if you happen to buy something that is local to you, don't have it shipped. Just go pick it up. Okay, let's go through this box. First of all, let me tell you what I paid for it. All right, this was like $30, this box. And large portion of that was the shipping because, let's see, this came from North Central Wisconsin. This box of goodies of ephemera. So, let's just dig in. And now, okay, again, this was May when I bought this, and I looked through it at the time, and it has been sitting since then. I was actually storing it underneath my dining room table. And so I've looked through it once, and so this right now is the second time I'm looking through it, and I can guarantee you I do not remember everything that's in this box. So bear with me as I squint because I have lost my glasses. Ropes or ROPS, R-O-P-P'(S), ROPS, commercial calculator. I remember this now. So there's this little book, ROPS commercial calculator, or ropes, but it looks like ROPS to me. And it's this little red booklet, and inside, oh my God, this is crazy. Table throwing the weight of grain, seeds, etc. into bushels and odd pounds. It's the explanation on page 4. So it says like ear of corn, barley, corn, rye, wheat, oats, and then it has poundage underneath. Let's see if you can even see that. I know it's hard to see because I'm on a phone, so it doesn't focus when you get really close, but you know, here's for doing like percentages and interest. Like this is a math book basically, and it's for your pocket. This is before cell phones where everything was at the tip of your finger. Okay, copyright 1887. The first copyright is 1875, but then it's got more editions or more printings. This is from 1887, you guys. See up there at the top? I just think it's so cool. I love old stuff, old paper. And I can tell you this smells like an old library. Old book smell. I know some people hate it. My husband loves old book smell. He likes this, like he'll just get in there and huff it. I'm like, dang, like I don't even like old book smell that much. Powers and roots of numbers. I mean, it says like a lot of different kinds of math in it. So this was like a math cheat sheet all in a little booklet. It's pretty cool. And obviously commercial calculator. It was for commercial use. Table showing capacity of wagon beds. Width 3 feet. 10 feet long, 10 feet 3 inches, 10 feet 6 inches. And then it shows depth in inches. And it shows how many ears of corn it can carry. I mean, so this is like, I mean, really farmer related. This is like a farmer's commercial calculator in a little booklet right here. Pretty cool. 1887. I'll never know how something can survive that long. A booklet or a paper. It's really kind of amazing when you think about it. Oh my goodness, I need to set this out for Halloween. Look at the colors on the front of that book. I am so glad that I'm going through this right now. Happy Hour Readers. Joe Boy. Johnson Publishing Company. This is just oh, I remember this. This is beautiful. Look at the illustrations inside of this book. This is like a children's book. See, like a reader. Look at, oh, I opened right up to a Santa Claus page. See, it's like an early reader children's book. Oh yeah, some of the pages were ripped out of this. So this is definitely like not resale quality. I mean, you can see why people tore pages out of this. I'm personally torn of whether or not you should destroy a book to pull out the pages. I think it's on a case-by-case basis, and for some reason they decided to do that. Oh, look at the cute little thing on the back. They decided to do that with this one, but look at how nice the illustrations are. If the book is destroyed, I think it's okay. This one is not in great shape on the cover. I mean, it's not like in a collectible. It looks better on camera, but it's like warped. You see that? I mean, it's warped. The boards are loose. It's all scuffed up and scratched up. It's not in, see all the scuffs and scratches. It's not in great shape. So whoever had this decided to try to save some of the beautiful artwork on the inside. So I don't begrudge them for doing that, because you can see like that Christmas one. Like, look at this beautiful picture. If somebody ripped that out and framed it, wouldn't that look amazing as part of your Christmas decor? Now, what I prefer to do is get the little book stands or the little plate stands and then display it open like this. Personally, that's what I prefer to do. This is just so sweet. Look at the Santa. I love this style of book. There's a nice one for spring. All right, well, I just rediscovered this is what it comes down to. I'm really glad that I decided to do this. So what was the date on this? Because I'm totally putting this out and just setting it like this right now in my Halloween stuff. And then at Christmas, I'm going to open it up. Oh my God, the date. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's right down here. 1935. So exciting. I'm stoked on that. To me, honestly, this was worth the whole thing, and I know that there's some other cool stuff in here too. So I adore this. Perfect for Halloween, that cover. Oh my God. All right. Young Men's Chorus, Sacred Songs, Quartets, and Anthems for Men's Voices by Carrie B. Adams. Lawrence Publishing Company, Dayton, Ohio. Price, 75 cents per copy. Here's the cover of it. Here's the back of it. It's like an ad for other ones. Let's see, get a little closer for you. So this is choir book, and it's filled with sheet music. This is something I will probably look up to see value for resale, because I know some people are really into sheet music. I personally tend to avoid it. I mean, not like go out of my way to avoid it, but it's not something that I collect. More musical people, musical families, people who actually play an instrument, I do not. I could see why they would want this. So this is definitely something I will look up for resale. Did it have a date on it? Because, I mean, it's old, it's cool. Oh my God. Copyright 1912. 1912. Holding something in my hands and flipping through pages that are over 100 years old. It trips me out every time. You see it down there at the very bottom. Crazy. 1912. Okay, this was a Bible, I believe. It's a little mini Bible, and this was in a different language. I remember this, and I need to just look this up. Minneapolis, 1917. I got that much. I believe it's a Bible, just because, I mean, it's got like little, like verse numbers, you know, on there. So, Minneapolis, this could be Swedish. If you happen to know what that says, let me know. If you happen to recognize that. And it does have a name, Edward M. Johnson on the front. So that was Johnson, again, that's making me think Swedish. And Minneapolis, Minnesota, has a big Swedish area. So, okay. This has some photos and postcards. It's like a whole bag here. So I'm going to pull that out. There's no date on this. It says, look out below, I'm going overboard for you. SS Valentine. Just fantastic. And on the back, it says, Rudolph, guess who? So, Rudy, someone had eyes for you, Rudy. This kind of stuff just, I don't sell it. I just can't. Can't sell stuff like that. But yeah, this was a bookmark. This was a reproduction. Okay, so this is a reproduction bookmark. I remember seeing this now. Because at first I was like, oh wow, that looks old. But then I was like, well wait, it doesn't though. Because it's like cardstock, really good cardstock, is in like perfect condition. So, and then the back, obviously, you can see there's modern writing on it. It has a to from on here, right here. So it could be a to from tag, but it's also got this on it. So to me, it looks more like a bookmark, but I guess it could be either way. And this is a reproduction of old paper that New Paint Factory, 1978, reproduced in the USA from our personal turn-of-the-century antique paper collection. So this is a company, old print factory. They take, or they took, I don't know if they're still around, this is from the 70s, but they took antique papers, scanned them, and made reproduction things out of them. And I personally love that idea. Love it. Because it saves it, you know? That's all I want. I don't want anything wasted. Mid-century wasted. Don't let this stuff go to waste. Even if you have to scan it and turn it into something else. Here are some vintage Airmail stamps. That's fun. I should just like put this somewhere in my like mailing room, my shipping area mailing room, like I have a room for all the stuff that I mail. If I had a mailing room, if I had an office, if I had a shipping area that wasn't just like my whole house, I would want to put this up there somewhere. And then, does this have a date? This is adorable. This is more stamps. This is a postage stamp book. And look at the artwork on that. 25-cent United States postage stamps, $1 for this booklet. I don't know the date on this. I wouldn't know how to date that because I'm not like a stamp collector or anything like that. There's some other things in here. Oh, there they go. So these were in there. Are those green stamps? And then a couple of Airmail stamps. So this seems to be like it was a little stamp booklet, but they just kept it and put some other stuff in it. I just like the artwork on the front. So again, all of this stuff was all in the same lot. And let me double check in here. Photos, postcards. Okay, so that's it for that. A few more things, because there's a couple more photos in here too. Let's go to this one. This is sheet music. This one's really cool. Technic Tales, Book 2 by Louise Robin, Oliver Ditson Company. I think the artwork on the front of that is really very cool. And here's a little boy on the back playing piano. And then inside, this is cute. See the drawings? Really cute. So each song, looks like, has a little drawing. Now what's the date on this? Ah, wow. MCM XXX, 1930. Again, that will be something that I look into value of for resale. Right, here's some artwork. I do remember this. These look like little Russian dancers, maybe? Forgive me if I'm wrong, if that's the wrong culture. I don't know anything about this. I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm gonna have to look up that name right there. Kozak. So that's very interesting. It is a little bit torn and folded. There's a big fold, big crease right here. And on this side, ooh, can you see it? It's right here. There's a tear in it. So I don't know. I don't know the value. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Got a lot of stuff to look up. But I am really glad that I rediscovered this box tonight because there's some cool stuff in here. All right, now this I remember. This is what I had in my mind as the super cool thing in this box. Okay, I am a graphic designer. That is my real job. This appears to be some early screen printing. Is it advertisement for Wormswood Vapor Solve? Vintage advertising pieces, hand-painted signs. This kind of stuff makes my eyes pop out and go awooga, like the old cartoons. I see this and I'm like, I'm in love, I must have that. And so I probably saw this plus some photos, and this is why I bought this whole box, was for this vintage advertising. Now, it looks like screen printing and not, it's definitely screen printing. It's not hand painted. It's gonna be so hard to see on camera. And, oh, I don't think you can tell on the camera, but when you look really closely, you can see the texture of the screen from the screen print. The edges of each letter is a little thicker than the middle. You can even see where it's bled a little bit. Now, I don't actually know a ton about the vintage printing techniques. It's something that I've always wanted to learn. I didn't get a lot of education, I guess, in graphic design. I just sort of started doing it. I kind of fell into it. And so a lot of the old techniques of the hand-drawn and the hand-printed and the screen-printed methods, I don't actually know a whole lot about. But I can recognize this as being extremely old. I mean, it's all chewed up and broken and old on the sides. Oh, maybe you can kind of even see there. Can you tell the texture to it a little bit? Look at the D on Wormwood. I know it's blurry, but I mean, it's got a raised texture. From far distant lands come many of the soothing, healing ingredients used in Conklin's Wormwood Vapor Solve. Ask us about it. 50-cent and $1 sizes. I wish I knew where this was. I mean, it was probably in a drugstore. This would be really awesome if you had like a little vintage drugstore or soda shop display. I don't know the year, I don't know the era, but it looks, just based on the type, to me, it looks pre-mid-century. How pre, I don't know. Easily 30s, could be older than that. And there's a lot of stuff in here from like the 19-teens. Is there a chance it's that old? Could be. I don't know. Again, I need to do some more research. But what fun stuff to research, you know? It's just so much fun for me. Here's another piece of advertising. So I'll show this, and it's framed. And this says, announcing the opening of Richard's Grocery and Gas Station on New Highway 53 in Minong, Wisconsin. And again, this whole box is from Wisconsin. So Minong, if I'm saying Minong wrong and you know that and you're from Minong, first of all, what are the odds that somebody from Minong is watching this video? But if you are, let me know if I'm saying the name of your city wrong. Saturday, June 14th. And it's got all ice cream, pop. Okay, how do you say soda? Because in Southern California, I grew up saying soda. And I know, like in the Midwest, a lot of people call it pop. Like, hey, can I have a pop? Depending on where you grew up, some people just call it Coke. Hey, give me a Coke. And even if they mean a Dr. Pepper or a Sprite, it's like, give me a Coke. So I know that different parts of the country have a different dialect of how they refer to soda or soda pop or pop. So that's fun. Julius Richard, Minong, Wisconsin. It's got the hours, home baked goods on Saturday and Sunday. And then somebody wrote 1947. They hand wrote that on there. And then they were so excited about their new store that they framed it. Nice little frame too. All right, almost done, you guys. These two things are for Lost Photos Found. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here that I like, but this is arguably the best thing in here. This is a booklet. God, this is good. All right, before I even show you, I'm in a Facebook group called Mid-Century Modern Kitsch. And if you are not in that group and you like mid-century modern stuff and you like a group of people who are the loveliest bunch of misfits you'll ever interact with on the internet, go join that group, because I get more pleasure out of the stuff that they post and they talk about on there. It's hilarious. It's just, you will be laughing your butt off. Now, a reoccurring topic in that group, the mid-century Jell-O mold. Back in the 50s and 60s, and probably onward from there, people made a lot of disgusting Jell-O. And I will just show you, this is a recipe book. Here's the back. Yeah, that's like celery and cucumber, and I don't even know what the red stuff is. Could be tomato. Inside Jell-O. I cannot imagine eating that. So the mid-century Jell-O salad, oh boy, to live through that. If you lived through that, my condolences. Oh my God. Under the sea salad. Oh, it's green. What's in this? Jell-O lime gelatin. This one doesn't sound that bad. Salt, water, lemon juice, ginger, pear halves, and cream cheese. Maybe if it was whipped cream, you could sell me on it, but the cream cheese is definitely making it take a turn. Cauliflower radish salad, celery or mixed vegetable flavored Jell-O, gelatin, water, vinegar, ice cubes, raw cauliflower, sliced radishes, grated onion. Do they make celery or mixed vegetable Jell-O gelatin anymore? They couldn't possibly. Nobody's buying that. Please tell me nobody's buying that. Let's find another disgusting picture. No. No. Oh my God. Why? Why would anybody do this to your family? There's shrimp in it. Come on. Like, if I didn't know that this was vintage, I would think that this is a lie. This is a joke. First of all, let's see the date on this. Let's see. Well, it's the 4th edition, first printing. It's got a whole history of Jell-O in the beginning of the book here. Yeah, I'm not seeing a date on it, unfortunately. You could certainly assume this is like 50s or 60s, just based on the colors and just the fact that that's when these people did this kind of thing. God, I don't know why. Now, my grandma makes a Jell-O salad. I guess that's what Jell-O mold. And my husband's grandma makes one. Like, they all have like their Jell-O recipe. But they're sweet and they're delicious, and it's got like fruit in it, and it's a fruity thing, and cream, and maybe like some nuts or something. And they're good. You put whipped cream on it, and it's good. But these ones that had like vegetables in it and meats, oh, do not put meat in Jell-O. Oh, like these ones don't look bad. It's like a Jell-O-y cake. It's the green Jell-O is a little unappetizing, I'm not gonna lie, but these are desserts, so you know you're a little safe with the dessert section. Let's skip to the gross section. I mean, but this is, you know, we're starting to get into like, this looks a little bit like it came up already. Somebody ate this, and then it came back up, and then they molded it into a Jell-O mold. I mean, this has got some unappetizing chunkage. I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna try some of these desserts. Two-way recipes to serve as desserts or salads. Prepare these recipes, then defy someone to say that you're not ready for anything. This has got to be the 50s. Just the way this is written, just appealing to the lowly housewife whose entire world revolves around entertaining. Cranberry apple molds, ambrosia loaf. Anything with the word loaf in it is automatically unappetizing. Frosty melon, cantaloupe or honeydew filled with fruited gelatin. It's a black and white photo, but still worth looking at. Okay. Oh, Jell-O. And Jell-O is a brand. Let's not forget that. Lest we forget. And they just marketed the shit out of this product. And, you know, you could just think of Mad Men. If anybody watched that show, you just think of the advertisers sitting around saying, we need to figure out a way to get people to buy Jell-O for something other than dessert. Let's make Jell-O part of every meal so we can sell more of it. You can just see them having that conversation. So I know, let's make savory Jell-O dishes and market them in these little booklets to the housewives as salads. I can't get over this picture. Ugh. That's not a salad. Salad needs lettuce, not gelatin. To serve with meals or as main dishes. If somebody served that to me as a main dish, I would laugh and then cry and then be very hungry for the rest of the day. I could not eat that. Can you imagine the texture? Nope. Oh my God. Vegetable trio. That's what this one is. A dazzling, delicious rainbow of fresh vegetables for your dinner table. So we've got the celery or mixed vegetable flavored Jell-O pack, salt, water, vinegar, shredded carrots, shredded cabbage, minced chives, and chopped spinach. So that's spinach, cabbage, and carrots. And gelatin. I die thinking about eating that. Not to mention like 1 teaspoon of minced chives. That's the only like flavoring in there too. So it's not like there's a lot of seasonings in there to mask. So it's just gonna taste like spinach, cabbage, and carrots and gooey, slimy gelatin. Apple tuna mold. Oh God. It's not in color, but thank God it's not in color because I don't know what we would do. There's tuna in that, you guys. Orange raisin, Hawaiian Eiffel. Here's a Hawaiian Eiffel for you. California fruit salad, pimento, and avocado. This is optional. I'm gonna opt out of that option. Thank you. What? Barbecue cubes? Oh God. So it's literally a cube. See that cube up there at the top? And it's lemon gelatin, water, tomato sauce, vinegar, salt, dash of pepper. So it's tomato is what it is. But they're saying to pair it with mayonnaise, cottage cheese, cream cheese, diced celery, thinly sliced stuffed olives, diced raw or cooked vegetables, cooked shrimp, crab meat, and tuna. Essentially, mix all that together and then pop some of these lemon tomato sauce gelatin cubes on top and yum! I'm really sorry for anyone who was like a kid in this day and was forced to eat stuff like this. Stop it. Sorry, that is just straight up vomit. That is vomit. Why did this happen? Oh my God. So those have lime, orange, or orange pineapple gelatin, salt, water, vinegar, onion, pepper, cabbage, celery, green pepper, and pimento. Anybody hungry yet? God. It's like you think they can't get worse, and then they do. This was called Ring Around the Tuna. Maybe he'll just want to die. I'm seriously like, oh my God. Just lime or lemon. I'm crying. I'm crying because I'm like trying not to like bark laugh at you. Ooh, it's making my eyes water. This is literally making my eyes water to look at this. All right, here's Ring Around the Tuna, just in case anybody wants to make it. Lime or lemon gelatin, Jell-O, Salt, water, vinegar. That seems to just be the basic thing to make the Jell-O happen. Grated onion, diced cucumber, diced celery, chopped pimento. I'm sensing a theme in a lot of these. Sliced stuffed olives, 1 can tuna. Drained and flaked. If desired, serve with additional tuna and top salads with mayonnaise. Nothing like Jell-O and mayonnaise mixed together. Oh, is there anything else in here worth barfing over with you guys? Well, here's some that just, this reminds me of like the canned cranberry sauce. In my family, we usually have cranberry sauce 2 ways at Thanksgiving. One of them looked like this, you know, it's just the out of the can onto the thing. Like it's still shaped like a can, basically. Yeah, that's straight from the 50s. Like the ones that are fruit, like I'm down for the ones that are fruit, but when you start putting tuna in the Jell-O, I'm out. I'm so far out. I'm out. New ways. Uh-oh. New recipes. This is the new ways section. So all of that meat Jell-O was the old ways. Fruit, cherry glazed ham Jell-O. There's no picture of that one. Thank God. A lot of these are like different ways to prepare the Jell-O to like shape it and stuff too. All right. I think we're past tips and tricks. Yeah, okay. So you've got like these types of things, I guess, to how to make your Jell-O molds turn out perfect. Oh, fancy Jell-O on a diagonal. Woo! Sorry that I keep like ducking out of the frame here. I tipped this down at some point, but all right. I think we're ending on a high note. Let's just end it right there. And I don't mean let's end it all, although I'm sure some of you are feeling that way right now, just as I am. Please, this is a public service announcement. Do not ever put celery or meats in your Jell-O. Just don't do it. Don't ever do it. Unless it's a joke or a Halloween prank or you're throwing a retro 50s party and you want everyone to just stand around it and laugh. But do not serve it with the idea that you are actually going to get somebody to eat it. Whew. All right. So this book and this sign and that little Halloween looking children's book, that just makes this whole box for me. And there might even be some stuff in there for reselling. I gotta look it up and see if it's worth my time. There's some other stuff in here too that'll go on my Lost Photos Found channel. I don't have that linked below yet. I will once I get some videos up, but you can find Lost Photos Found on Instagram in the meantime. So that's finally it. We're done. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for another video. My next one coming up is going to be another shopgoodwill.com video. I'm sorting through a box of Halloween jewelry, and that's how it was sold and listed, was as Halloween jewelry. Some of it was Halloween jewelry, some of it was like gothic jewelry, and some of it was just regular jewelry, which I guess looked like fall to the people who were lotting it all together. I don't know, but I've actually already filmed that video. That's why I can tell you that now. So that video will be coming up next. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps me oh so much. And turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss the next one. All right, guys. Goodbye, my thrifty friends. I hope you got some good information about shopgoodwill.com, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!